And good evening, everyone. Welcome inside the gym at Neuqua Valley for this girls' varsity basketball action between the Neuqua Valley Wildcats and the Minooka Indians. We're looking for a really good game today, but first, the national anthem. Let's go over those starting lineups one more time. Usual starting five out there for the Wildcats: Washington, Devine, Norcus, Wisner, and Gallegos for the Wildcats. A lot of youth and seniors in this team, as we've talked about many times before, and coming off a huge win, 56-33 against Naperville Central last night. So definitely looking to hold that momentum as we enter here, and we are all set to go. Mackenzie Brass over to, tried to flick it to number 33, Brianna Simmons, and it's going to stay with the Indians. Yeah, tipped off of Gallegos there. Finds number 3, Milazzo. Nice cut there by 33. He's working on Gallegos, nowhere to go.
3-second violation by Brianna Simmons there. Took too long in the paint. It'll be Wildcat ball there.
Yeah, nice defense by Gallegos there. It's going to be Washington bringing up the ball. And that's going to be stolen, and it's going to remain Minooka basketball there.
Great defense here so far from Neuqua Valley. 3-second violation earlier, and now they're bringing on the full court press.
We've seen this press out in Neuqua quite a few times this season, and the 7-3 record, it's usually worked to their advantage. That's Brass trying to go down low. With Simmons, sorry. She's fouled. That is number 11, Kinsey Caves.
You saw Brianna Simmons try to drive down there on Claudia Gallegos, but learned her lesson there. She brought it back out and dumped it off her teammate, shooting 2 now.
And I apologize, that's number 13, Maisie Caves. She'll miss the first one, but hit the second. The Indians strike first here. Drives inside, pass to Gallegos. Gallegos working on the smaller defender. Yep.
No one matching Gallegos' size as she's able to back down easily her opponent Simmons there in the paint for an easy bucket.
It's number 3. Kicks over to 13. Maisie Caves inside the 25. She goes up, isn't fouled. And that was Haley Courier. Intercepted there by the Indians. That was number 3, Tia Milazzo. Still working on Kaylin Washington. Over to 33. She wants the 3. And that's just going to rim out.
Simmons off to a cold start here early on, going 0 for 2.
It's Devine with the ball. Over to Wisner, I believe. And it's going to be Indian basketball.
Yeah, Neuqua trying to force that inside pass there in the post to Claudia Gallegos, but went off the foot of Gallegos. And it'll be a Wildcat turnover, first of the night.
That was Milazzo dribbling out the pass to number 35, Mackenzie Brass. She finds Milazzo back, looking for somewhere to go. Finds number 33, Simmons. She drives in with her first bucket of the night.
She beats Gallegos that time, using her shifty moves and use a hesitation and go for 2. Wildcats down by 1.
That's Wisner with the ball now. Over to Norcus. Quick pump there over to Devine. Tries to look Norcus inside. Stays in, but Minooka basketball. It's number 13. Nice pump fake there.
Fake right there.
That was Maisie Craves.
Got Ellie Wisner there with a pump fake. Indians up 5-2 now.
Here comes Wisner. They're going to get a blocking foul there.
But looking back at Minooka's previous game here, yesterday it'll be a 56-38 win against Plainfield East. They're now 5-5 on the season.
And that was a very big victory for them to bring them to the 500 scoreline. Be very happy with that. Neuqua 7-3 in their own right, doing a good job this season. All 3 losses coming in conference. And Washington, what a floater.
Floater there from Caitlin Washington. Gets the Wildcats going here. Cuts the lead to just 1.
Kicks over to, that's number 24. I've heard it's 41. Now 33 is on the ball. Simmons. She drives in. Gallegos is going to foul her.
They got a hand on that Gallegos. That'll be her first foul of the night here. Simmons shooting 2.
Number 40 is Ashley Courier.
Taking a mass timeout here.
Yep. And we are going to get a mass timeout here. We'll see a few of these throughout the game, as we've seen throughout the entire season, making sure the players get enough rest, able to breathe under those masks. I think everyone here can attest it's not easy running through those. So we give them the mass timeouts, but a little bit of a slow start for both sides here.
Well, yeah, for sure. Claudia Gallegos, what she needs to do, work it down in the post on Minooka. No one really is matching her size at the moment here, so Neuqua Valley clearly holds a size advantage down in the post. But otherwise, it's been Brianna Simmons doing some work down in the paint for the Indians as they have 5.
Well, you're absolutely right. I mean, if you look at the size of Gallegos compared to any Minooka player on the floor, Neuqua's definitely got the size advantage. But Simmons at the line right now. She's going to miss the first one.
Simmons with 2 in the night so far. The layup coming from earlier in the quarter.
And also missed the second. Almost stolen there by Minooka, but Devine does come away with it. That's Navarro. Over to Washington. Back to Devine. Devine trying to dribble baseline. Stolen by Minooka. That's quite a few turnovers for Neuqua already now early in this game.
Just a poor decision there. No room to go on the baseline, and she'll get the turnover there. Is there an air ball?
As Milazzo found Caves. Wasn't a bad shot, but it is going to end up an air ball. When I say it wasn't a bad shot, it wasn't a bad look.
Now Allison Hoffman will check in for Gallegos as Neuqua Valley is going to match their size for Minooka.
Oh, yeah. Some minutes from Hoffman, the junior. Oh, and that's a shot. Beautiful shot by Kylie Norcus there, known for her three-point shooting.
Great work by Norcus there. She breaks the press and dribbling down the court now.
And here comes Norcus again. Euro step. That's going to be blocked. Stayed. Oh, they're going to call it out of bounds.
That's a signature move there from Norcus. She uses the Euro step a lot in her games as she's a very crafty finisher around the rim.
Usually working. That time she did get blocked, though. And right now, Milazzo.
Great defense.
Tries to find number 13, Caves. Can't find her. Now Washington dribbling it up for the Wildcats. Nice transition defense from the Indians. But Navarro. Shifty guard, uses her quickness.
Caught her off the triple threat. Navarro uses her speed advantage and goes up for the floater.
A nice cut there, but ultimately stolen by Devine. Here she comes to Navarro. Doesn't quite get that to go. Norcus rebound over to Washington for three. Can't hit it. Rebounded by number 13, Maisie Caves. That's lobbed up for 11, Kinsey Caves, but knocked out of bounds by a Wildcat, and it's going to stay Indian basketball.
Well, it will, but nonetheless, that wasn't the best look there. A little bit forced. Multiple turnovers here for the Indians in the night. It's only the first quarter.
We have both teams almost a little lucky right now. The other team's turning it over just as much. That's number 40, Courier on the ball. Working on Hoffman, and I believe it's going to be a foul. Yeah. A foul on Norcus, her first of the night.
The third Wildcat team foul here as well.
Very early to be racking up 3 fouls as Minooka inbound the ball. This is Caves. Being guarded tightly by Sun. Good defense there. Over to Simmons. Picks up a screen. Nowhere to go with it, though. Kicks back out. Finds Simmons again, though. Simmons, nice shot there.
Leading scorer here for the Indians early on is they're trailing by 2 now, 9-7 with 2:20 left here in the first quarter.
Navarro over to Hoffman. Back to Washington. Over to Hoffman again. To Navarro. Navarro tries to go inside. Nowhere to go. Finds Sun over to Washington. And Hoffman takes the shot. It's a nice shot there.
Coming off the bench, Allison Hoffman has 2 points here on the night.
Bit of a longer mid-range there from Hoffman. And that's Caves again on the ball. Caves wanted the shot.
Defense there by Sun.
The teammate cut, definitely should have wanted the ball. But Sun now, he's going to be fouled on the way up.
Jessica Sun, the senior, getting 2 free throws here. We're piling up some more minutes coming off the bench here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Sun definitely making her presence felt in this game early. As the senior. I was going to say, Neuqua's offense finally starting to click here a little more as we enter the late period of this first quarter.
For sure. I think it just took him a little bit to warm up. Gallegos should appear to come on the court here late in the first quarter. or maybe early on in the second.
Yeah, definitely hope to see an appearance from Gallegos just for the size advantage that Neuqua have in this game. But Suns 0 for 1 as of right now on the line. And we'll go 0 for 2. Simmons with the rebound. Over to 51. That is Shayla Duty, if I'm correct. Number 40, this is Courier. And that goes out of bounds, Wildcat ball.
Some costly turnovers here for the Indians early on in the first quarter.
Vara now over to Washington. She drives, tries to kick back out, stolen by Minooka. Navarro pressing tightly on 51. She finds Caves, tries to get it to Simmons. Saved by Hoffman. Back out to Caves again. She'll try to drive and is ultimately fouled by Norcus.
Great defense here from the Wildcats early on, but they do have 4 fouls here only in the first quarter. Definitely have to be cautious about that.
And this is Kinsey Caves at the line. She'll hit her first one. Subs in for Neuqua. This is 22 and 21 checking in. That's Wisner and Sun, or excuse me, Shannon Gillespie. That was an air ball there. It's going to be just Wildcat from the inbound.
Yeah, not the best free throw night for the Wildcats or Indians, let alone. Both struggling here early on.
Yeah, rare air ball free throw there, but nonetheless, Wildcat ball. Navarro finds Washington. Over to Hoffman. She wants the mid-range. Not bad. But ultimately rebounded by Simmons. Now the ball being pushed by Courier. Here comes Simmons. She drives in. Can't get around Wisner, though. She'll find Washington. Back to Wisner. She wants the 3. And no good.
5 on the clock.
Rebounded by Minooka. Loose ball. 2, 1. It's up. Ooh. So, bit of an odd first quarter there. Both teams finally starting to find a little bit of offense late, but quite a few turnovers and some really shoddy offense to start this one.
Well, for sure, Charlie, definitely a little bit of warming up that the Wildcats have to do here early on. But Gallegos and Norcus seeming to check in at the scores table. They should make an appearance. Both as starters here.
Yeah, no, Gallegos is going to check back in. Definitely trying to make her presence felt, as we've said a few times tonight, the biggest player on the floor, and Neuqua will certainly hope to use that to their advantage. Right now, Neuqua's leading scorer is Kylie Norcus with that 1-3 she hit earlier in the game. And we'll also see the... Oh, no, excuse me, no, we will not. I was going to say the junior Shannon Gillespie. She is back on the bench. And the 5 out there for Neuqua right now: Devine, Washington, Norcus, Wisner, and Gallegos. The usual starting 5 for the Wildcats. Back out there to start the second quarter. And so Washington over to Wisner. Gallegos finds Norcus to Washington at the top. She's working. They'll find Devine down low. Washington back up top. Fakes a drive in. And that shot's no good by Kylie Norcus.
The leading jumper there won't go for Norcus.
That's no good by 41. Devine finally comes up. Oh, excuse me. Washington finally comes up with it. It's Wisner back to Washington. Over to Norcus. She wants the 3. No good. Rebound by Gallegos. She can't get the layup there. Simmons on the rebound.
The Wildcats need Claudia Gallegos to complete those post shots if they want to be able to maintain this lead here.
And, it was number 3, Milazzo finding a cutting Caves, but no foul is called as Washington takes it down for an easy Neuqua layup.
Well, Minooka doing a great job early on here, doing the pick and roll, cutting in, getting some open looks, but Claudia Gallegos is just down there maintaining the paint, but
Milazzo is going to drive in and get fouled.
13-8, the Wildcats are up here just under 6:36 here in the second quarter.
And it looks like Navarro is going to check back in. We've talked about it a few times. The Wildcats definitely want to be cautious of the amount of fouls they have right now, already at 5, with 6.5 minutes left in this quarter and this half. And Navarro's going to check in for Gallegos. Didn't expect to see her come out so soon, but nonetheless, Navarro is now in the game. Playing a very good game in her own right is Navarro. Very shifty guard. Uses her small size to her advantage. But this ball is rebounded by Neuqua. Over to Navarro. Finds Wisner. Wisner drives in. And no foul is called as she'll airball that layup. And now she's trapped. That press from Wildcats. There it is.
Great defense.
And here comes Wisner. And nice contested layup for her.
Ellie Wisner does it on the three-point line, but also a very skilled finisher down in the paint.
Milazzo tried to find Caves, but is knocked out by a Wildcat. Will remain Minooka basketball. This is number 40, Ashley Courier, on the rebound. Trying to find Milazzo. Eventually does. Not sure where it goes with it. Drives in. Nice cut there. And that's Kinsey Caves, or Maisie Caves.
Great finish from the guard there as they cut it down to 5 now.
That's Devine looking for somewhere to go. Finds Wisner. Over to Washington. Back to Navarro now. She drives in. And that just rims out. Over to Wisner. To Neuqua.
It'll stay Wildcat ball here as Navarro will take the ball out.
And Wisner now on the ball, tries to drive in, kicks out, finds Neuqua. Neuqua wants the mid-range, no good there.
Neuqua will go 0 for 2 on the mid-range jumpers there. The floating ones, that is.
So shot by 51, that's going to be no good. Washington now on the rebound. Finds Wisner. And that will... It's going to be Minooka basketball.
A mass timeout here.
90-second mass timeout. Bit of an odd quarter of play here. I believe only... Is it like 4 points for Neuqua and 2 for the Indians in this period of play? Neither team really being able to find their offense in this one. And sure, a strong defensive performance is somewhat to blame, but really just kind of sloppy ball movement from both teams, turning the ball over quite a bit.
Second quarter.
What the Wildcats have done a nice job of, though, is we have not heard Brianna Simmons' name called as much in this period of play. She started off very hot, taking most of their carries on the ball, but Wildcats have figured out a way to quiet her down. Right now it's number 13, Maisie Caves, the leading scorer on the floor for Minooka.
Another reason that Minooka is kind of out here is you see number 35, Mackenzie Brass, sitting on the bench with her feet iced up. Not sure if there's an injury there for the starter, but nonetheless it's very costly to Indians.
Yeah, Mackenzie Brass got off to a quick start to this game in her own right. That's Courier on the ball now. Finds Caves almost, and it is intercepted by Washington. She drives up the floor and will get fouled. And it's going to be 2 shots for Washington.
Caitlin Washington doing a great job here for the Wildcats, leading them in points here with 4 points in the night. She'll go 2-2.
The freshman, a really good facilitator of the basketball and active hands there on the defensive end to end up the steal and get to the line. And she was very close to hitting her, what would have been her and one basket.
You're talking about her being a freshman there, but her IQ clearly that of a senior.
Yeah, no, definitely one of the best players on this Wildcat team at such a young age. Makes you confident about the future of this team.
Another turnover there from Minooka.
An interception by Norcus. Over to Washington, back to Norcus. Finds Navarro. Nice job by Navarro, but she gets to the floor, finds Washington. She wants the 3. Not quite. Rebounded by Caves. That's going to go out of bounds. The refs are a little unsure. It's going to stay Neuqua basketball.
Minooka can just not control the ball here at all in the first quarters. They've had multiple turnovers here on the night, but you saw Claudia Gallegos posting up here a little bit. Coach Williams definitely pushing for that as he does want to exploit the height advantage.
Well, I mean, really, if you survey the floor right now, there is no one bigger. Should see it right there. There it is. And she's actually going to miss the layup. That's Milazzo bringing up the ball. And she's now double teamed. And Navarro's going to get the tip. It's going to stay Minooka ball, but suffocating press for the Wildcats right now.
They've been playing excellent defense here tonight with Caitlin Washington attacking the passing lanes here for the Lady Wildcats with multiple steals here on the night.
And this is Maisie Caves over to Milazzo. She wants the 3. She's going to hit it.
Cuts the Wildcat lead there to just 4, 17-13 with 3:20 left on the clock in the second quarter.
Yeah, an important basket for Minooka to finally get out of this scoring drought. It's Devine now. Has the ball at the top. She's going to dribble, find Washington. She wants a 3 of her own. She's going to hit it.
Caitlin Washington getting it done on both sides of the court here tonight with great defensive effort as well as a 3-pointer there. 9 points for Washington. She leads the game tonight with points.
Now Caves wanted to answer back again, but here comes Norcus over to Washington, or Devine, sorry.
That'll be Jada Devine's first points here on the night from the assist.
Yeah, more quiet game from her, but playing excellent defense against Simmons.
Great pass there from Norcus.
That's going to go over the head. That was Maisie Caves with the throw overhead. That was intended for Simmons. And it's going to be Wisner checking into this game for Norcus.
And now, Charlie, I'm starting to stop the count of how many turnovers that Minooka's had here tonight. They just can't control the ball at all.
Yeah, on both sides of the floor for both teams, you're seeing quite a few turnovers. But Minooka especially, as finally we see Gallegos finish a post-up.
Coach Williams loving that.
And a very mistimed pass there from Minooka. Luckily to get up with it, but Minooka wants a timeout. Smart timeout there. She really didn't know what to do with that one. But, yeah, Jack, as you were just saying, the turnovers just killing Minooka on the offense. They finally pulled it back to within 4 after a scoring drought, but just consistently turning the ball over, and you can't score if you keep turning the ball over.
Well, for sure, Coach Easton of the Minooka Indians clearly frustrated with this squad here as they, again, just can't control the ball here tonight. Definitely want to make some coaching adjustments here heading into the half. With just 2 minutes left to go, 24-13, the Wildcats are up here at Neuqua Valley Gymnasium.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, don't be surprised to see more of Simmons on the ball late in this half. But right now, the Wildcats' offense starting to click a bit more. And just a reminder for this timeout that the variety show is on every day this week. And so be sure to check that out, neuquamedia.org, neuquatv.org. And that is on Monday through Friday, so make sure you check that out. And more exciting stuff that Neuqua Media students have been posting.
We're sure love to see the talents that Neuqua Valley has across from all grade levels. Variety show, very exciting one.
That's Annie Birch checking in for her first few minutes of the game. Finds Milazzo. Over to Birch. She wants the three. No good. Rebounded by Maisie Caves. And she's fouled going up. So she will go to the line to shoot two.
Wildcats now with 6 fouls. Just exiting the first half. It'll be Claudia's second foul tonight here.
They've done a better job, though, to not foul there. I believe we said they had 5 with about 6.5 minutes left, so their first foul in a while. So a better job there for the Wildcats to make sure they're not getting their fouls in. And Gallegos is going to come off again. I'm confused why she keeps coming onto the bench, but it's going to be Hoffman checking into the game.
Polikitis, who also had 14 earlier last week, has not seen any minutes here so far.
Yeah, that's a good point. You haven't seen Polikitis play at all today. And it's Navarro over to Hoffman. Hoffman getting quite a few more minutes in this one. That's number 22, Ellie Wisner. She wants the shot. She'll hit it.
Ellie Wisner with a step-back jumper there.
Undoubtedly one of the best shooters on this Neuqua team.
She has a couple of buckets here tonight with 4 points.
Tia Milazzo finds Kinsey Caves. She's going to drive in. And nice drive, but couldn't finish. Hoffman over to Devine. And, ooh, nice finish there from Devine.
The beautiful left-hand finish there, and the pass from Hoffman was seeming to be a lob there. Excellent vision.
Now it's Navarro on Milazzo. Finds Birch back to Milazzo. Being guarded tightly by Navarro. Finds Simmons inside. Nice defense from Devine. And Simmons goes over 2 there. Finally rebounded by Hoffman to Navarro. Over to Washington now. She finds Devine inside, and Devine's going to be fouled on the way up. It's Kinsey Caves on the foul. Or Maisie Caves, I should say, on the foul there. Little unhappy with that one.
Devine going to the line for her 5th and 6th points here.
Take into account that's also Maisie Caves' 3rd foul of the night. And we're 25 seconds from half, so not too concerning, but definitely something to think about if you're Minooka, who now find themselves down by 15 here. Wildcats silently making quite a run. And it's going to be Sun checking into the game for Jada Devine.
Just about 25 seconds here left in the first half. Wildcats up by 16 points, 30-14. Starting to pile it up here.
We've said it time and time again, this is definitely a different Wildcat team than we've seen earlier on this season. Definitely learned how to play together now. And, ooh, that's a good pass there, but Kinsey Caves couldn't finish that off. And here comes Hoffman dribbling up, finds Navarro. Picks up a screen from Hoffman. Kicks it out to Sun. She wants the 3.
There you go.
Excellent job here from Neuqua. Really found their offense here in this second quarter, as that's how the half is going to end. An excellent run here from Neuqua Valley to end the half. And Jack, what did we just see from the Wildcats in that quarter?
Well, that was a Jessica Sun bucket there, her coming off the bench, her first 3 points of the night for Jessica Sun, the senior, but nonetheless a great effort from the Wildcats here, finding their pieces that you're talking about earlier here, establishing a 33-14 lead going into the second half.
And yep, absolutely, and we will have all the coverage for you after the 10-minute break, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, and thank you for joining us. We will be right back. And we are back inside the gymnasium at Neuqua Valley for the continuation of this girls' varsity basketball game between your Neuqua Valley Wildcats and the Minooka Indians. The Wildcats find themselves up by 19 points here, playing very, very well offensively and creating a lot of turnovers against Minooka. So doing an excellent job here on both sides of the ball, and definitely looking to continue this into the second half.
Well, for sure, Neuqua Valley on a slow, we were talking about earlier, very gradual and slow lead build up there, but it kept on pouring it on with great performance here.
Well, that's exactly what I said to you earlier. I was just kind of like, didn't really know what the score was, and then I looked up, and all of a sudden they're up by 15. So it's from strong defensive play by Wildcats, forcing a lot of turnovers, and those easy buckets really adding up.
That's where Caitlin Washington's been hanging out the whole time here tonight, is the passing lanes.
And right now it's Simmons on the ball. She finds 41. That's Duty. Over to Simmons again. Surveying. Looking inside. Back to Courier. She finds Simmons. Nope, that's intercepted by Wisner. Over to Devine. Over to Norcus. Thought about it. Didn't take it. Back to Washington. To Norcus. Those two playing catch. Washington with the ball. Gallegos down low. She called for it. Wants the post up. And no good. Simmons on the rebound. And here comes Milazzo.
Gallegos just not able to work it down very well here tonight in the paint. She has a clear size advantage we talked about earlier, but not able to take full advantage of that.
Washington active hands again and does get the steal. Here she comes. And no good there. Rebound by number 40, Ashley Courier. Nowhere to go. Stuffed by, that's number 20, Kylie Norcus. And now Washington guarding Milazzo. Milazzo picks up a screen. Can't find Simmons inside. Takes it herself. She's fouled. And she will go to the line to shoot two.
Trying to get something started here tonight for Milazzo. She has 3 points of her own tonight.
And Milazzo's, I believe, first trip to the line. And she's going to go 0 for 1 on that attempt. And Minooka wants timeout early on in this quarter. Wildcats already doing a great job defensively to start this game. We've seen Washington just picking the pocket of quite a few Minooka players tonight. And as you mentioned earlier, just living in those passing lanes right now with 9 points of her own. Most of those coming from easy buckets inside. And although no score yet in this period of play, Wildcats doing a very nice job.
Well, for sure, they've definitely been on the defensive side here tonight with, I guess, again, you're talking about Caitlin Washington, a phenomenal performance from her tonight as she's been doing a great job of guarding her matchups as well as getting multiple steals here on the night.
And as the players now walk back onto the floor, as Milazzo is going to shoot her second free throw. And that won't go either. So rebound Gallegos, and here comes Washington. Back out to Washington. Picks up a screen from Norcus. Miscommunication there, and here comes Caves. She can't hit. Rebound, no good either. Gallegos will get the ball. And now here comes Wisner. She wants to drive alone. That won't go. And it's going to be Minooka basketball. They called a push there on Gallegos.
Yeah, the right call there. Claudia Gallegos a little bit too aggressive there on the rebound as she'll rack up her third of the night. Wildcats on the press here tonight. A 3-1-1.
Well, Wildcats doing a really nice job here of that press. Just making it really difficult for Minooka to go anywhere. But Caves finds something there, and she will go to the line to shoot two again.
Wildcats already have 3 fouls here early on in the half. I'm sure that's going to be a point of focus for tomorrow for them in practice.
Well, I know they fouled really, really early on in this game, then stopped for a while, and now we're seeing those fouls ramp back up already. As you said, 3 in the first 2.5 minutes of play here, so definitely concerning for them as we're going to enter the later stages of this game. And she's going to go for 2 there. Here comes Washington. Wildcats without a bucket yet, but that's Wisner changing that.
Left wide open. Ellie Wisner, such a lethal threat from beyond the three-point arc. She'll have 7 on the night for the Wildcats.
That was a deep 3, too. It's a very nice shot. Lazo tries to answer back. Rebound by Gallegos, and ultimately picked up after Washington after almost dribbling out of bounds. Washington now working on Milazzo. Picks up a screen from Gallegos. And here's Norcus over to Wisner. She's feeling good. Ooh, not quite, but rebound Devine. She's going to go to the line.
Nice drive there by Jada Devine. 6 points on the night for Devine as she's looking for her 7th and 8th.
And it's going to be a masked timeout. So Neuqua now find themselves up by 20. The chance to go up by 22 here. Offense been a little quieter in this period of play, but Devine with these 2 free throws hoping to change that. But Wildcats just continuing to do a very nice job defensively and suffocating all the pass and shot attempts for Minooka, and you're going to start to see that rack up some easy baskets if it continues. And here they come. And another reminder, make sure you watch the variety show this week for Neuqua, streaming through this week up until Friday on neuquamedia.org, neuquatv.org. So, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of talent on that roster. Make sure you check that out at some point this week. But Devine now for her 2 free throw shots. She'll go 1 for 1 on the first one. And she is now 2 for 2. Wildcats up by 22 here. Here comes Milazzo.
Neuqua Valley doing a fantastic job here so far on the night of getting everyone the ball. As Jada Devine gets a steal there, she'll lay it up. Won't go.
Definitely looking for a foul there, but Gallegos finally finding her room inside. This is getting kind of ugly. Simmons wants the 3. She's not going to hit it. Rebound, though, by number 5. Or 51, sorry.
But as I was saying earlier, Neuqua Valley is doing a great job of spreading the ball around with multiple points from multiple numbers here.
Ooh, thought about it. Back outside. Washington now. She wants it, and she'll hit it.
3 ball.
Caitlin Washington playing an excellent game, as we've talked about a few times, offensively and defensively, racking up quite a few steals and 12 points. And now it's Devine covering Caves. That gets knocked out off a Wildcat, and it's going to remain Minooka basketball. 4 changes now coming in for Neuqua. It's Navarro, Sun, Hoffman, and Gillespie are going to check in. And Norcus will stay on the floor. That's knocked away. Missed time pass there. Hoffman to Sun. Can't get it to go, and the refs say it went out of bounds. It's going to remain Neuqua basketball. And that's Jaslyn Gaska checking in for Minooka.
Just a poor job of managing the ball here tonight from Minooka. They'll have another turnover.
Yeah, no, the focal point of this game really has been the Minooka turnovers. Just can't hang on to the ball as Norcus tries to go up there and won't get a foul called. Nice defensive play there by Minooka. Here comes Minooka. Guarded by Navarro's Milazzo. Now Simmons with it. Nice pass inside. And that's no good by Ashley Courier. Norcus now dribbling up with some speed. Finds Norcus back outside. And they're going to call a backcourt violation. No tip there, just a poor pass.
Neuqua Valley has actually been doing a decent job here in the second half of maintaining the ball here so far, as that's their only turnover here.
Now Milazzo bringing it back up. Over to Courier. Back to Milazzo. Over to Casca. Over to Courier. Tries to find Milazzo inside. Does. Nice job by her. Over the bigger defender, Allison Hoffman.
Great finish there by Milazzo. Despite the size difference there, he gets it to go.
And now it's Norcus on the ball. Over to Navarro, to Gillespie. Sun now has it in the corner. Finds Norcus. She goes up, no good there. Gets her own rebound. She wants the three in the corner. She'll hit it.
Get it. With her own rebound, Norcus takes it back out to the three-point and draws up a little shot there. It'll grab three for Norcus, 6 on the night.
It's a deadly shooter. Milazzo tries to answer back, can't do it. Rebounded 51. Over to Casca. She wants the three. No good there. And Gillespie ultimately comes up with it. Dry three-point shooting night for Minooka. As Norcus now back on the ball. Wildcats moving it around. Gillespie now. Over to Sun. To Norcus. Norcus to Navarro. Navarro working on Milazzo. Finds Hoffman. Sun thought about it. Norcus thought about it as well. And then Gillespie inside. Wanted a foul there and a lot of time off the clock, but ultimately no points for the Wildcats then in that possession. Simmons now working inside on Gillespie. Finds Milazzo. Oh. And they're going to call a foul on Norcus.
It'll be a third of the night and the fourth of the second half here.
Milazzo's having a really nice period of play here. Getting inside over bigger defenders and being really aggressive, but she'll miss that free throw. And Norcus is going to come out, and here comes Caitlin Washington.
Caitlin Washington, the story here of the Wildcats tonight with an electrifying performance.
Caitlin Washington and Kylie Norcus, two great players for this Wildcat team. Both only freshmen. Definitely something to keep in mind as you watch how good they are already. But now Sun has the ball, and that's tipped. Navarro picks it up. She's going to drive inside. Oh, nice play there by Navarro.
Just tucks the ball in, and Navarro sneaks past 3 defenders, lays it up for her.
Casca now. No good. Rebound Simmons. And that's going to be a jump ball. And that'll go the Wildcats' way.
Another defensive effort there from Caitlin Washington, and she'll get the jump ball for the Wildcats. 48-19 as they lead over the Indians.
Yeah, her defensive presence cannot be understated tonight as the Wildcats find themselves up by 29. Washington floater, no good. Casca on the rebound. She's bringing it up. Finds Courier inside, back out to Casca. She wants the three again. That is blocked by Hoffman. Over to Hoffman. And she will not get an easier layup tonight than that. With 3 seconds left in this quarter. Minooka with one more shot. There it is. And that doesn't go. It's a 31-point lead now for the Wildcats in this one. And don't mean to be pessimistic, but this looks all but over for Minooka. Wildcats doing an excellent job on the offensive and defensive side. And the story of this game, as we've talked about so many times tonight, really has been the Minooka turnovers.
Well, for sure, just not the best job of their ball handling tonight, and Caitlin Washington definitely wanting to exploit that, and she definitely has with multiple steals in the night, as well as 12 points of her own. But Caitlin Washington certainly getting things done here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Washington is a huge part of this team and showing some leadership both offensively and defensively for the Wildcats. As right now on the floor for the Wildcats, we've got Norcus, Wisner, Gallegos, Devine, and Washington. The normal starting five out there to start this fourth and final quarter of play. And Minooka are going to get us started off here. And it's Casca on the ball. She finds Caves. She wants the three. No good. Rebound by Norcus. Norcus to Washington to Wisner. Back to Washington. Norcus. Gallegos trying to call for it, but Norcus takes it herself. Nice play there to Wisner. No good. Gallegos on the rebound. And that's no good either.
Yeah, again, a great dish from Norcus there, but just couldn't get it done after Wisner and Gallegos tried to put it back in there.
Almost looked like Wisner just didn't expect that pass. Oh, almost another turnover there. And Gallegos tips that out, and Washington gets it up. And here comes Wisner. And Wisner's going to get that one to go.
That'll be 9 points for Ellie Wisner here on the night.
Her and Norcus just such lethal shooters, as well as great players on the inside as well. And Casca now over to 13. That's Caves. Back to 41. That's Duty. She'll drive in. Stuff.
Oh, the block.
Gallegos using her size there on the stuff. They try to find Washington. Can't do it. Now she's in a trap. And that looked like it went off on... Nope. I was going to say Minooka, but it's going to remain Minooka basketball. And we're going to see a whole new five now checking in for Neuqua.
Definitely wanting to give them some minutes here with a game like this. It's great to give them, everyone some experience here at the varsity level.
Excuse me, not a whole new five. Washington remains on the floor. Yeah, you mentioned making sure everyone gets a chance to play, and we're certainly seeing that here tonight. Every player on this Wildcat team has earned some valuable minutes, and Navarro just can't hit that one. Rebound Gillespie, that's no good. Hoffman tries to save it, does, over to Navarro. She finds Sun inside, she's trying to work. No good there.
A little bit forced there from Jessica Sun.
Ultimately, I believe that's 23. Alia Callaway. Right now, Andy Birch with the ball. She drives in. Oh, and lost her dribble there. Otherwise, it was a really nice move around Washington. Navarro to Washington. She drives in. That almost looked like it was blocked there. And here comes Birch. Finds Casca. And there's going to be a blocking foul there. Caves will go to the line. Maisie Caves, been a bright spot here for Minooka. Go ahead, Jack.
No, for sure. Yeah, she has 7 on the night, but still not enough for this 52-19 lead that the Wildcats do possess here with 4:40 left here to go in the fourth quarter. Again, this is Jack Ashby and Charlie Rook here for Neuqua Media, neuquatv.org. Again, for all the latest content from Neuqua Media. Again, thanks for tuning in with us.
And yeah, for sure. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you tuning in to games like these and enjoying some varsity Wildcat basketball action alongside us. And we're seeing the Wildcats having perhaps one of their most dominant performances of the season, as we will now find Maisie Caves back at the line to shoot her 2 shots. She misses the first one. Had a bit of a rough night from the line.
I think it's definitely, for both teams, struggling from the free throw line here tonight.
And yeah, misses the second one as well. Rebound Gillespie. Here comes Navarro now dribbling it up. Finds Washington. Over to Sun. Hoffman in the corner. Wrapped up. That's going to be a jump ball. And it will remain Neuqua basketball.
Great defensive effort right there from Minooka, forcing the jump ball, but it will be Neuqua Valley's ball.
Nice ball movement there to give Sun an open look. She won't hit it. As here comes 23, Callaway drilling it up. Finds Milazzo. Over to Birch. Birch now surveying. There we go. Eventually finds Milazzo. Over to Callaway. Trying to work on Hoffman. Goes inside. And saves it. Simmons now on the ball. Guarded by Gillespie. And a blocking foul there.
Yeah, Gillespie definitely a little bit confused there on the blocking foul, but nonetheless, it'll be Indian ball.
And checking back into the game now is Kylie Norcus for Caitlin Washington. And all of the backup five are now in for Neuqua. And it will send Simmons to the line. Simmons missing again. Free throw troubles tonight just can't be understated.
Well, for sure, Brianna Simmons had a great focus here early on in the game, sizing up Gallegos multiple times, but just hasn't been the same since the Wildcats have taken over in the second half.
Yeah, she really had a strong first quarter of play, and we just haven't heard much of her for the rest of the night. Devine and Gallegos did a very nice job to keep her quiet, and really just haven't heard much of her for the rest of this game. But now it's Sun in the corner, finds Norcus, back out to Gillespie. She'll drive in, tries to kick it out. Don't know what happened there, and it ends up in the hands of Minooka. Here comes Callaway, trying to use her size, and she's going to draw a foul. Gillespie a little unhappy with that call.
That'll be the third foul here with her fourth, actually, that is. Shannon Gillespie with 4 on the night.
Racking up quite a few fouls for Gillespie here as Wildcats now allow Minooka into the bonus.
Yeah, Gillespie clearly upset with herself as she does have 4 on the night, but Wildcats have 8 fouls now as the Indians are in the single bonus.
And just more. Oh, that does go in. Excuse me.
Wildcats up now.
I was going to say more free throw troubles. But yeah, no, Wildcats still up really big. 31-point lead. And that pass is missed time, though. Here comes Birch. Finds number 51. She'll drive in, and that's no good. Goes back up by Milazzo. Now Callaway on the ball. She'll be no good either. Quite a few misses in a row there from Minooka.
Well, for sure, a lot of misses down in the paint the whole night for Minooka, just missing a lot of easy points, but unable to follow through as Gillespie finds down low for Allison Hoffman. Great find by Gillespie.
And Callaway wants the three. Nice shot by her. And with about 20 seconds left, Wildcats up by 30. Probably we'll just see a dribble out here. It's Navarro on the ball, working on Milazzo. Finds Norcus. Yep, just keeping it outside the three-point line. And she'll hang on to the ball. Quick pass to Navarro, and that will do it. for this varsity girls basketball game. Neuqua 54, Minooka 24. And Jack, any final thoughts?
Well, Neuqua Valley nonetheless improves to 8-3 on the season with another win here. Nonetheless, great basketball playing by both sides here tonight, but Neuqua Valley does take this one away here. Charlie, it's been a pleasure.
As always, Jack, as always, my friend, and everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. But that concludes our broadcast for tonight, and we will catch you next time. Thank you very much, everyone.
Have a good night.